What up, TCK Potters? Welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Sky Guasco. This is another episode of the Candlestick Kids Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 423. This is a special episode here. I have some great announcements. I know a lot of you have been waiting to hear over the summer. We're finally in August, and I'm ready to dish out the Listener League announcements. A lot of you have been blowing up my DMs, asking when the listener leagues are going to reopen and what's new for the season. We've been working hard behind the scenes. We finally have the info ready for you, and submissions are officially open as of this podcast. If you're new to the program, please make sure to give me a follow on Twitter, SKYGUASCO. My name's Sky Guasco. Follow us on Instagram as well, fantasyfootball_TCK pod. Make sure to leave a rate and review anywhere you listen to the Believe podcast networks, and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell right here on YouTube. All right, folks, I'm going to dive right into this. We'll keep it short and sweet. If you are new to the show, we have listener leagues. This year, we are going to have 3 different opportunities for you listeners and followers to get involved with myself, with Bobby, with the rest of our squad, and other follow TCK Potters. So some of you have been in the listener leagues prior. I've had 3 years of listener leagues already. If you're in the veteran league for the TCK pod, if you're already in that league, then I'm not going to talk about that on this show, but I will be in touch. That's kind of a different program that's carrying over from last year. So I will talk to those folks individually. If you are not in a league, or you were in the rookie league last year for the TCK pod listener league, and you did not make it into the top 4, you did not advance into the veteran league. Therefore, you can reapply if you'd like to be back into the rookie league if you'd like, or you can try one of our other 2 leagues as well. So once again, I have 3 leagues open this season, and we're going to do something a little bit different. I have the TCK Veteran League, which again, those individuals are being reached out to. I have the TCK Rookie League, Listener League, which rookie has nothing to do with your personal experience playing fantasy football. Rookie only means your first league in the TCK pod atmosphere. So if you've been playing 15 years, or you win all your home leagues every year, and now you're coming into the TCK league and you're in the rookie league, don't think of it as, derogatory to you. It's not an insult to you at all. It is simply signifying to me and to everybody else that this is your first TCK listener league that you're going to be a part of. Now, some of you were in the rookie league last year, and again, did not make it to that top 4 slot, so you might be in it again. We have a special league rule in our TCK listener leagues. The top 4 regular season finishers, so the playoffs do not count for this. At the end of the regular season for fantasy football, the top 4 teams record-wise, and we have tiebreakers and such as well, the top 4 teams record-wise move up the following season to the Veteran League, assuming they want to play again, and the bottom 4 teams at the end of the regular season in the Veteran League move down to the Rookie League. So there are 4 names in the Veteran League that are getting bumped down, and there are 4 teams moving up from the Rookie League getting into the Veteran League this year. That's how we kind of mix it up a little bit. The other 8 players in the Veteran League are back for another season, and the other 8 that didn't qualify in the Rookie League are now out into the pool and have to reapply. I hope all that makes sense. I know it's a lot of stuff, but I hope all that makes sense. So we have the TCK Listener League, Veteran, and Rookie League. Let me go into the Rookie League a little bit more in detail here. We also have a Guillotine League, and I have an NFL Survivor pool as well. If you're interested in either 3 of those, let's get into it, and you can start applying today. Okay, League 1, TCK Rookie League. So again, this is going to be an opportunity for those of you who have been listening to the show, have been following on social media, however you get your TCK content. Maybe you heard us on another podcast. Bobby and I have been going on a lot of other podcasts this summer, guesting on YouTube channels, guesting. Maybe you're new to the TCK Pod family. If you are and you want to be a part of what we're doing, we encourage you to join us. If you'd like to do that, we have the TCK Listener League. Now, this is a standard fantasy football league. I'll go over the rules in just a second. But again, the one tricky caveat, or the kind of unique caveat to this, is the Rookie League, has nothing to do with your personal experience playing football. You're just new to TCK. So throw that out there. Secondly, The top 4 move up to the vet next year. The bottom 8 are going to be rinsed out back into the pool. So you got to get into that top 4 to play with us again in the Veteran League next year and move up. All right. It's a $20 buy-in. Okay. And we have breakdowns. First, second, and third place do get money back here. Third place in the playoffs at the end of the season. So we do play out the consolation bracket as well. We're playing all the way to the end, folks. We don't want you bailing if you don't make the championship round or whatever. That's lame. People want to play the rest of the season. We're going all the way to the finish line. Third place gets their money back. So you basically play for free. Second place gets their money back plus. Okay. And then first place gets the remainder of that. Okay. So we have a 12-team super flex, half PPR, 4-point per passing touchdown league. Okay. These settings are decided by my man Hawk Dalladay, good friend of the show, who won the Veteran League last year. He won the Veteran League last year. The rule is whoever wins the Veteran League, again, you get in the top 4 of the Rookie League, you move up to the Veteran League. If you win the Veteran League, you decide the rules, any rules you want. The only thing that I make sure to happen is it's a redraft league every year, because that's what we're doing here on TCK. I want to mix it up. So it's not dynasty or any of that. It's redraft, and we do 12-team leagues. Every other league setting, you get to choose. It could be super flex, could be regular, could be PPR, non-PPR. You could have all flexes. You could have 5 receivers, 2 tight ends, no defense, 2 kickers. I don't care. You win the league, you get to decide what exactly we're playing with. This year, Hawk Dalladay won the league last year. He chose to do a 12-team super flex league, half PPR, 4-point per passing touchdown. We are playing with the defense in this league, no kicker. All right. That is also the Veteran League rules. So myself and the rest of the people in the Veteran League will also be playing with these same exact rules. So it's across the board there. So once again, if you're interested in getting involved with the TCK Rookie Listener League or the Guillotine League, which I'll get into, or our NFL Survivor Pool, then there are 3 ways to get in. This is real simple. 3 ways to get in. You can DM me on Twitter, Sky Guasco at my name. You can DM me on Instagram, fantasyfootball_TCK pod, or you can email us at the show, tckpod@gmail.com. Real simple. DM me on Twitter or Instagram, email me at tckpod@gmail.com. I want you to submit 3 things. This is important. This helps me. This helps Bobby. This helps the rest of our team behind the scenes grow as a podcast. I've done this the last 2 years with submissions, and I've gotten great feedback. I've met some incredible people through this feedback, great fans who become great friends and who are good family of the show now. I want you to submit 3 things. Could just be a sentence or 2, but I want 3 things when you submit for the league. This is how you submit. If you DM me and say, hey, Sky, I want in your league, that's not going to be enough. All right. I want 3 things. Here's what I want from you. Number 1, one thing you appreciate about the show, the podcast, the YouTube channel, the content. It could be me, could be Bobby, could be a guest that we had on. Maybe it was from the 400th episode when Mike Tagliera was on. Maybe it's the longevity. Maybe it's the analytical base. Maybe it's the personalities. Maybe it's my jerseys behind me. Whatever it is, one of our guests that we had. We've had a ton of guests this summer. It's been incredible. One thing you appreciate from the show, whether that's podcast or on the YouTube side, I want that. Number 2, most importantly, one thing that we can do to improve the show. I've put this out there 2 years in a row, and the amount of feedback I've gotten on this has been absolutely phenomenal. I have tough skin, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm not worried about it. If you think our show is horrible, you probably wouldn't listen to it. So those of you that are listening to it and might have constructive criticism, I want to hear it. All right. Please don't be rude. Okay. I have a lot of passion for this. I do my very best. So if there's something I do or Bobby does that you just hate about the show and don't like, say it tactfully and let us know, and hopefully we can improve. But we've heard all sorts of things. Audio quality was something early on, right? We try to get that better right away. Getting a YouTube channel. We finally brought in a YouTube channel. People love, my analysis and Bobby's analysis, but the reality is they want to hear guests. We started bringing on more guests. Try to build the team. So we opened up some opportunities behind the scenes, which are still available. If you're interested in those, feel free to DM as well to help out the team behind the scenes. But we have constructive criticism. We want to continue to build the show the best that we possibly can. So for those of you that have constructive criticism, feel free to please let me know. Again, one thing you appreciate about the show, one thing that you think we can do to enhance the show, very important. Number 3, have a little fun with this one. I want to hear one of your sleepers. Any player in the NFL getting drafted at their average draft position. You could look at NFC, Fantasy Pros, Fantasy Football Calculator, Fantasy Footballer, CBS, Yahoo, NFL.com. Wherever you're listening, ESPN.com, wherever you get your mock drafts, wherever you're getting your ADP from, average draft position, I want you to find one player getting drafted in the 10th round or later that you are super bullish on. That's your guy. Could be a deep quarterback. It could be a backup running back you think has a chance. Could be a rookie who might not do much for 1 or 2 weeks, but then could explode. It could be a deep wide receiver who's buried on the depth chart, but could have an opportunity. Maybe it's a late round tight end. Whoever your deep sleeper is, 10th round or later, I want that as well. 3 things to submit. First of all, DM me on Instagram or Twitter. You can email me as well, tckpod@gmail.com. And I want you to list 3 things. It could be 3 quick sentences. First thing, appreciate about the podcast. Second thing, one thing we can do better to enhance the podcast that you personally would like, and we'll do our best to accommodate those. And number 3, a sleeper in the 10th round or later that you would like to see, that you think is going to blow up. I want you to call your shot. I'm going to save them all. And I want to see who's coming up hot with their sleepers late in the season. Once again, this is League 1, TCK Listener League, $20 buy-in, 12 teams, super flex, half PPR, 4-point per passing touchdown. If you're interested in getting involved with our TCK Rookie Listener League, DM me today. Spots are going to go quickly, and it's first come, first serve. We have 12 spots available. I want those to fill up ASAP with those folks. Please come and get it. All right, let's move on to League 2. We're going to mix it up a little bit. This is a TCK Guillotine League. If you're not familiar with the Guillotine League, it's kind of new, and I've been really excited to get into this here. This is going to be a 16-team, 16, not 12, 16-team Guillotine League. Super flex, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, full PPR, 6-point per passing touchdown. Okay, that's a pretty beefy league as is. Here's where it gets tricky if you're unfamiliar with Guillotine Leagues. The lowest score each week in the league is eliminated from the rest of the season. The remaining players on that team that gets eliminated, all of those players go into the player pool on waivers. The rest of the league has a chance to bid on them with the fab and let waivers clear and pick it up. So if you're thinking to yourself, that sounds insane. What if the team with CMC has the lowest points at the end of the first week? Well, guess what? That team is going to be out of the league. CMC and the rest of that roster will, in fact, go on to waivers, and the rest of the league will be able to bid onto those teams. So, yes, by the end of the season, the Final Four in a Guillotine League is absolutely ridiculous. There's a chance you could have 3 top 5 running backs. You could have, 3 top 3 quarterbacks. You could have Travis Kelce, Darren Waller, and George Kittle on the same roster, if that's what you want to do. Okay? So we play 16 teams because there's, we're going to have that 16 week. Okay? And now we're going to treat kind of week 18 as week 17 as we used to. So we're going all the way to the end. All right. And then we're going to have the championship kind of as we roll through at the end of the season there. So this is going to be a 16-team super flex, full PPR, 6-point per passing touchdown, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Okay. A big roster because by the end of the season, you're going to have a ton of players on your team, and we want to make sure you can play as many as you possibly can. So this one's intense. This one is going to be crazy for drafting. Because you're not only looking for longevity, but you need to make sure your team's going to be good for the first 3, 4, 5 weeks just so you can stay alive. Everyone's had it. You have that killer team, that unbelievable championship roster. You have one bad week, right? This is that league where you have that one bad week, you're out. Okay. So bring your A game to the TCK Guillotine League. This is also a $20 buy-in. Same rules apply. 3rd, 2nd, 1st place will be compensated. All right. And this will be a redraft. So we'll just rinse everybody out and bring it back in next year as well. League number 2, TCK Guillotine League, $20 buy-in, 16-team, super flex, 3 RBs, 3 wide receivers, full PPR, 6-point per passing touchdown. And the lowest score each week in the league gets eliminated, and all of those players get pushed into the waiver pool. Same way to apply. DM me on Instagram and on Twitter, and make sure to email us as well if you'd prefer that. Send us one thing you like about the show, one thing we can improve on, and then also one sleeper and why they are your sleeper in the 10th round or later. Final league and opportunity. We're going to kind of step away from fantasy football specifically on this one, but this opens a lot more opportunity for people to get involved here. We only have 16 teams in the Guillotine League available. I only have 12 teams in the Listener League available for those slots, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to open up to whoever. We could have 300 people in this league. We could have 15. Whoever signs up for the TCK NFL Survivor Pool, it's all game on. We're excited about this one. So take your fantasy hat off for just a second, okay? You're going to choose one team. This is NFL games, all right? Every single week, we're going to go through the schedule. Week 1, we're going to look at all the teams playing each other for NFL purposes. Your job is to pick one team that is not going to lose. So essentially going to win, all right? You pick that one single team each week that is not going to lose. If they win, you move on. If they lose, you get a life docked off. You have 3 lives, quote unquote. Okay. So you may choose any team each week, but you can only choose each team once. So you got to be careful with that. If in week 1 you pick the Chiefs and the Chiefs get a win, fantastic. You move on to week 2, you still got your 3 lives, you're feeling good. But in week 2, you cannot pick the Chiefs again. The Chiefs are done for the rest of the season for you. So it's kind of a funky strategy. Sometimes you want to pick bad teams if you think there's going to be an upset or something like that, because then you can save some of your good teams for the later season. Bad teams become good teams become bad with injury. So there's a lot of strategy in a survivor pool, but we're going to have 3 lives. Each time you pick a team that loses, you lose a life. Once you lose 3 lives, you're out. You're done for the season. So if by week 5 you win week 1, you lose week 2, you lose week 3, you win week 4, and then you lose week 5, you're out of the league for the season. So once again, you choose a team not to lose. You may choose any team any given week, but you can only choose one team each week per season. Okay, so you can only choose like the Ravens one time for the year, 49ers one time for the year, Patriots one time for the year. So you want to balance that out and really dive into the schedule and play the matchups there. You get 3 lives, you lose a life if your team it loses, and if a game ties, which is rare in the NFL, but if a game ties, it does count as a loss because it's not a win. You're looking to pick a team that wins, doesn't lose. If they lose, you lose a life as well. Once we hit the NFL playoffs, we will hit a new survivor pool, and I will update you there. So once again, the TCK NFL survivor pool, this is $25. $20 goes into the league, and this is also a $5 fundraiser for TCK for our show from each submission. So everybody that submits to this league is paying $25. Okay. $5 from each submission comes directly to us. All right. That helps us with a ton of things that, frankly, we've been paying out of pocket for years. Okay. We don't ask much for the monies, the league fees and all that stuff. Like, unless I win the league, I don't take anything from the league fees. Those are going back to everybody else. But we have a lot working behind here. We're trying to build a team. We're trying to build an advertising budget. We're trying to make sure that our content is bigger and better and getting out to everybody possible. So we're trying to build a budget a little bit as well. And we're asking you all to help support that. So if you join the survivor pool, it's a $25 buy-in. $5 of that is going to come right to us, to TCK, for expenses and advertising and everything else. And then $20 of that is going to go to the actual player pool, which will be divvied up at the end of the season for the winners. I just want to be transparent about that. So let's recap again one more time here, and then we'll get out for this quick episode. Once again, we have 3 listener leagues available to you, the listeners and the followers. If you wanted to, and you get your submissions in quick enough, you could technically be in all 3 if that's what you wanted to do. You could be in the TCK Listener League for the rookies, try to win, get in the top 4 and then move on to the Veteran League. You could be in League 2, which is the TCK Guillotine League, right? Try to survive throughout the week with your fantasy team. You could also be in the NFL Survivor Pool, which is basically the NFL version of the Guillotine League as well. You got to stay alive. You got to keep your 3 lives throughout the season. And it may seem like 3 lives is a lot, but trust me, I was in the Guillotine League last year. I had 2 lives, and I picked the Ravens a week that they lost, and I picked the Chiefs a week that they lost to the Raiders, and I was out. Right? Seems like gimme games. NFL can win on any given Sunday. So one more time, League One, TCK Rookie League, $20 buy-in, 12-team, super flex, half PPR, 4-point per passing touchdown. That's the TCK Listener League. Top 4 move up to the vets. The bottom 8 flush out into the crowd for next season. League number 2, TCK Guillotine League. $20 buy-in, 16-team, super flex, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, full PPR, 6-point per passing touchdown. The lowest score each week is eliminated from the rest of the season, and the remaining players from that roster go into the waiver wire, and the rest of the league get to bid on those with Fab and clear the waivers. Finally, league number 3, TCK NFL Survivor Pool. So nothing to do with fantasy football. This is NFL football. This is a pick'em, essentially, right? NFL Survivor Pool, $25 buy-in, $20 into the pool, $5 comes to us at TCK to help. And you can consider this, you're helping build the brand. We're spending this on advertising. We're spending this on our budgets for better quality, better cameras, YouTube budgets, getting the word out there, microphones, everything else, right? So please consider that when you're setting up for these teams. $25 buy-in, $5 goes to us, $20 goes into the pool to be submitted later for the winners. Choose a team not to lose. You want to pick one winner every single week. You may choose each team once throughout the season. So once you pick the Chiefs, they're done for the year. Once you pick the Steelers, you're done for the year. You get 3 lives. If your team loses, you lose a life. Ties in the NFL count as a loss, and the NFL playoffs will signify a new survival pool. So we're going to take this all the way to week 18, and that'll be the end of our survivor pool there. All right. Once again, please, if you'd like to submit for these TCK Listener Leagues, League 1, the Rookie League, League 2, the Guillotine League, League 3, the survivor pool, 3 things. First of all, you got to DM me or hit me up on Gmail. You can DM at Skyguasco on Twitter. You can Instagram DM me as well, Instagram at fantasyfootball_TCK pod, and you can shoot me an email at tckpod@gmail.com. I want you to submit 3 things, and you only need 1 submission. Okay, I'll make that clear too. If you wanted to do the Rookie League and the Survivor Pool, or the Guillotine League and the Survivor Pool, or the Rookie League and the Guillotine League, if you wanted to do a mesh of that and it was more than 1, you only need to send me 1 submission. Just mention, say, hey, Sky, I want to do the Guillotine League and the Survivor Pool. Here's my submission for both. Boom, easy peasy. DM me or email me, and then send me 3 things, quick sentences. 1 thing you appreciate about the podcast, 1 thing that you think we can do to build the podcast, right? Constructive criticism. We appreciate it. We have thick skin. Please be honest. Just don't be rude. And number 3, one of your sleepers from rounds 10 plus in ADP, call your shot now. Whoever it is, you guys know I've been repping Jalen Hurd. Okay, I've been repping Cam Newton. I've been repping De'Ami Brown. I mean, Michael Gallup. I've got guys that I believe in deep in the rounds. Okay, pick your guy. Let me know in the DMs or email who it is, and give me a sentence or 2 why. Right? Plead your case. Don't just give me like a name. Just be like, look, he's buried on the depth chart, but I think if he gets an opportunity, or this guy ahead of him has his injury coming in, I'm worried about that. Or look, the chemistry in camp looks great, or he's got first round, rookie draft capital, like whatever it is, come correct. I want you to call your shot. I'm going to save them all, and we'll give the reps at the end of the season for those of you that call it correct. Once again, this is the announcement finally for the TCK Listener Leagues. We have 3 available to you. TCK Rookie League, the TCK Guillotine League, and the TCK NFL Survivor Pool. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do all 3 if you'd like to. DM me on Instagram or Twitter, shoot me an email, hit me up with the 3 things, 1 thing you like, 1 thing we can get better at, and the sleeper projection as well. Very excited about this. These fill up very quickly, so if you'd like to, hit me up. Make sure to spread the word. Tell your friends and the homies. We want to fill these leagues up. They're always a good time. Draft dates will be announced. We don't draft for the Survivor Pool, but we are going to draft for the Rookie Listener League, and we are going to draft for the Guillotine League as well. They're going to be in late August. I'll tell you right now, either the last week of August or the first week of September. I always wait until spring, till camp is done, training camp. So we have time. But as soon as these leagues fill up, I'm going to let everybody know and give an announcement, right? And you'll know. But the draft is not going to happen until the end of August or the first week of September. So we have plenty of time. but make sure you claim your spot quickly. $20 for the Guillotine and the Rookie Listener League, $25 for the Survivor Pool. 5 of that comes to us for expenses, and 20 goes back into the Survivor Pool for winnings. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to this. Last year and in the last 2-3 years have been absolutely fantastic with the Listener League and a lot of fun. It's fun to be in leagues with y'all. It's hard to draft for us in leagues with you all because you all know what we're going to do. We don't know what you're going to do. So we get sniped a lot, and it's a lot of, it keeps us on our toes. So we appreciate that. So before we head out, I am going to pay some bills really quickly, but that is the announcement for the 3 listener leagues: Rookie League, Guillotine League, and Survivor Pool. Make sure you get your spot today before they claim up. All right, let me pay some bills and we'll get out of here. I want to give a shout out, of course, to our good friends at the Jersey Jungle. If you do not have your jersey yet from the Jersey Jungle, you're watching training camp, you see somebody like CeeDee Lamb going nuts, see someone like Elijah Moore catching bombs, see someone like Trevor Lawrence who looks great, right? You want to claim your guy, you want to get a jersey, hit the Jersey Jungle, DM them on Instagram, the Jersey Jungle. Hit the promo code TCK to receive 10% off of 1 or 2 jerseys, 15% off of 3 jerseys. I just had a great buddy of mine today reach out and was like, yo, Sky, I'm looking for a jersey. I want an Elijah Moore jersey. He's a Jets fan. He wants an Elijah Moore jersey. He wants a Zach Wilson jersey, right? Might want to get a defender as well. Claim a shot early on these guys. I was like, yo, man, you got to hit up Jersey Jungle. Jersey Jungle has $60 to $65 authentic jerseys. Same exact jersey you're getting on NFL.com, but NFL.com is $120. With our promo codes, you can get 3 jerseys for $165 from Jersey Jungle, 3 jerseys at NFL.com, $360. Ladies and gentlemen, it's literally a third the cost. All right, half the cost on 1 or 2, a third the cost on 3. Do the math real quick. You can get 3 jerseys for essentially the same price as you might get 1 from NFL.com. Jersey Jungle, DM the Jersey Jungle on Instagram. Send the promo code. Let them know Sky sent you. My man Trenton will take care of you. Next up, I got Bomb Banana Hot Sauce. You guys know we love Bomb Banana Hot Sauce. Bobby's doing the taste test. We got our man Josh from the Commish crew. Came on and got a bottle right after the episode. We got other people excited about it. We had Bald Guy on a couple of days ago talking about the Eagles. He's got a bottle. Make sure you go get one yourself. Bomb Banana Hot Sauce, banana based, not banana flavored. You can find it at seekthespice.com. During checkout, make sure you leave the promo code TCK for 10% off of your order. You get the white bottle, which is mild, the red bottle, the muy muy, a little bit more spicy and hot for those of you that enjoy it. Once again, Bomb Banana Hot Sauce, banana based, not banana flavored. Seekthespice.com. And finally, we have the Draft with Redzone. Draft with Redzone.com. Redzone draft boards, absolutely fantastic. For those of you looking to get back into your live draft room, you got to get this package here from Draft with Redzone. Listen to this. This is what you get in the package. You get a championship ring. Those are about $50 by themselves, okay? Championship ring. You get a draft board, 3x5 draft board. 14 teams available to play in this league, 20 rounds deep. 440 plus player stickers. All of the players, all of the positions, defenses and kickers included as well. Customized engraved ring case. They engrave champion and your league name and the desired year on it for you. So if you win the TCK Listener League, Rookie League, not only do you move up to the Veteran League, but you could get this draft board, this customizable engraved ring, right, that says TCK, Listener League champion and 2021. That would be pretty amazing for you to flaunt around. You get a last place sign for those of you who like to talk a little smack. You get exclusive fantasy points cheat sheets that you can print out and bring to your draft. You get wall putties, so you don't have to use duct tape or something and rip it off your wall. And you also get draft pick order stickers, so you can put your name on it. You can do an image. You can do whatever you want there. And best part of this, guys, $5 of every order is donated to helping kids play sports. I'm a big youth sports guy. I've coached and reffed for 25 years in my life. And, I've got my daughters, you all know. $5 of each of these draft boards goes directly to helping less fortunate kids play ball. So if nothing else, it's worth getting the draft board to help some kids go play some ball, and you get everything else included. Less than $70 with our promo code TCK.com. For those on YouTube, I'll pop this up real quick. You can take a picture of what exactly you're looking at here. Absolutely beautiful with these draft boards. Very, very excited for what Draft with Redzone is doing. Draftwithredzone.com, promo code TCK. Once again, shouts out to Jersey Jungle, Bomb Banana, and Redzone. And it is that time. It's August. Come join us. I'm very excited for the listener leagues. Hit me up. Once again, this is the Candlestick Kids Fantasy Football Podcast, aka TCK Pod. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Sky Guasco, Instagram, fantasy football _TCK Pod. And for those of you submitting submissions to the listener leagues, you can also email us at tckpod@gmail.com. Once again, send it in with the three things. One thing you appreciate about the podcast, one thing we can do to improve the podcast, and claim your sleeper and give me a sentence or two why you have that person. Make sure to subscribe to us right here on YouTube and listen on the Believe Podcast Network. Leave a 5-star rate and review. We appreciate that. And we'll catch you next time on the Candlestick Kids Fantasy Football Podcast. Can't wait to play some fantasy football with all of you. Spread the word. Let your friends and family know. Let's fill up these leagues, and we'll catch you next time. Episode 423 in the books. I'm your host, Sky Guasco, and I am out of here.